The advice presented in this broadcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. It should be assumed that the panelists are not experts in any topic that may arise. Yes, including that one. Be advised at your own risk.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome into Questionable Advice. It's really great to have you here for the first time or to have you back. What we're going to do today is we're inviting you in to our space to answer your questions, and we're going to give you advice. I've assembled a panel of very sweet, wonderful friend people who are going to help you out. Today, we are talking all about kids. So we want to know what you need advice on related to kids. If you want to go ahead and put in the comments things that you need advice on, I've got a couple here from earlier today off of Facebook that we'll get started with. And what's going to happen is I'm going to let you know what the advice is, and then, we're going to give you some advice. Some of it's going to be sound and really useful, and some of it, maybe most of it, might be questionable, but we're your friends, so we try. So let's see what friends I brought along today. Here's my panel. I got Coreen, Hillary, and Kevin. Yeah. Coreen came prepared for today's topic.
You can trust her. She has an actual kid.
I'm keeping this alive currently.
Okay, so we got a number of things today ahead of time. I'm very excited. So let's start out with one that I think this panel will be helpful to answer. Is it worth it having kids? Someone wants some advice. Anyone?
By which standards are we judging? I mean, if you want to see, like how cute your genetics are on like a different person, then yes, absolutely, that's awesome. If you're judging by the standard of like, do I enjoy sleeping? Then no, not awesome. If we're judging by the standard of like, do I enjoy not having stains on my ceiling? Then no, not awesome. So it just all kind of depends on what angle you're looking at this from.
Yeah, I have to agree with Coreen there. So if it's worth it, so I'm currently growing a kid, and is it worth it? I hurt. I haven't even gotten to the worst hurting part yet.
Hillary, I apologize for interrupting your answer. One of you has the sound on really loud, and it's coming back into the microphone. So
was it my children screaming outside of this room?
Was it my
It's not worth it?
No, it was, because it actually sounded like it's not worth it. So
should I get headphones?
I'll see if I can detect where it's coming from, but I can
Sounds
still
sciencey.
I know I can still hear it. I'm gonna put my headphones on. You keep going, Hillary, and I'll see what I can do.
What if I can't mute myself. That doesn't work because then you won't be able to hear me talking. Okay, I'll turn this down though. So is it worth it? Is it worth having kids? You will get all kinds of people that you haven't talked to in a long time that want to talk to you. So it's a really good way to reconnect with people you don't want to reconnect with. So that if you're trying to find a long lost friend, they will possibly hear through the grapevine that you're having a child and be very interested. So
I would just like to say that as a single childless person, it is definitely worth it for you to have children, because I need cute babies to look at without the commitment of having one on my own. So thank you for taking one or more for the team. You're good.
Or more in Coreen's case. Is it worth it having a baby? It is definitely worth having babies. If you are, especially like someone like Coreen, who's very good looking, and Charlie, very good looking, you can get $15,000, $20,000 per baby on the black market. So it's definitely worth having babies.
Nice. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
So now I want to know, Brian, is there anybody in the audience that has some other kid-related advice they would like?
I did get one question for sure. Let's see. What am I supposed to do when a random kid at a grocery store mistakes me for their mom?
Oh.
I thought that was a really good question.
Yeah, let's go ahead and help out Roy here. What do we do? Oh, Hillary's on mute.
Oh, Hillary, I think you're muted out.
Sorry, it was because I was yelling at Braden to remove headphones, and then I was like, "Forget." So I also don't think I'm the culprit for this sound thing. So, or maybe I am. Anyway, so I think
But
the
you
most
look
important.
cool now.
Thank you. I was trying to be like Brian earlier when I was like this. That's how you look like. Okay.
This side of my head
so-
is flat, so it sits there naturally from when I got hit by a bus. So you can't do that. So no, I'm kidding. I was just kidding.
If you were hit by a bus, I hope it was one of the Sac State ones with your face on it.
I was on the back of a bus for a while, so that would have been ironic if I got hit by my own bus. Probably would have been appropriate. Okay, Hillary, that's the second time I've interrupted one of your answers tonight. I will not do that again.
Fine. I'm just getting used to never being able to talk again because I hear that's what kids do. They never let you do anything.
Wait,
So
I gotta prepare you. I gotta prepare you. Yeah, that's what it's like. Huh,
Oh,
Bruce?
boy.
Bruce doesn't know about it yet. He'll be running around there crazy soon.
Bruce falls asleep mid-show. That's what Bruce does.
Do you guys want to know what to do when a kid mistakes you for their mom at the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's important to not embarrass them. Because I remember as a kid, hugging around someone's legs, looking up, and realizing it was not my dad. It was a man who looked nothing like my dad. And then just being like, "Ugh," and they're like, "What are you doing?" And so you don't want to yell at them or startle them, and just calm them down and just say, "Let's find your mom." Help them out a
See,
little bit.
no. Oh, I have quite the opposite. You need to mirror for your children the behavior that you want them to do. If a random stranger was to grab my adorable Bruce or other children in public, I would want them to do as I would do to this child. I would say, "I don't know you, stranger danger," and then scare them away.
No, I think you're going in the wrong direction there. If a kid mistakes you for their parent at a store, you definitely need to double down on that. You grab that kid and bring them to your windowless van. As I said before, $15,000, $20,000 per kid.
This advice is not approved. Proceed with caution.
I'm feeling a lot less comfortable having my kids around Kevin.
It's like Kevin's in his winter cabin right now.
His undisclosed winter cabin.
Yeah, that's where he hides all of his bodies up there.
I think he's made it pretty clear he's selling children.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, not killing him. Sorry.
Oh, no. He's killing the people, the parents, the hopeful parents who are like, "I'm going to buy this child and finally be a parent." And he's killing them, taking their money, and then enlisting the children again. So.
It's a complex scheme Kevin's got going on.
Yeah.
You always have to keep the nice guy exterior.
Yeah, Scott Allen's like, "Welcome to my murder shack."
That's a pretty dang nice murder shack.
It is very nice.
when you're selling
Have you seen Marco
babies-
Capote's murder shack? Oh, that thing is a piece of beauty. I gotta find pictures.
Okay, so
Weird.
if you're in the audience at any time during the show, if you have advice, where again the topic is kids, I got some. Brian, if you see any in the comments,
Yeah.
let me know. Okay.
I think I had another question in here.
Awesome.
How do you get your older child to move out of your house?
Okay.
Oh,
It turns out that they just go and they don't even give you a warning. They just pack up their car
are.
And you think they're leaving today, but they actually left last night. And it's so sad. I was just putting in a reminder in my phone to make sure that I text her every night and say good night.
Today?
What's that?
Did this happen today?
She moved out last night. It sucks so bad. It's fine.
What was the original question? How was it worded?
Oh, how do you get your kid to move out?
Okay, but this is very, very easy. And Brian, even though it hurts, Brian is a good example of what to do. You raise them, instill in them values, teach them how to take care of themselves and be independent adults. So when that time comes that they are ready to leave the nest, that you know that they're going to be safe and a good contributing member to society. And I think Brian has done a very commendable job.
No, don't listen to Kevin. Make them do drugs. And they're dependent on you. They can never leave.
See, I'm a big fan of using baby gates to parent for me. So I would just establish a large perimeter of baby gates that are too complex for even an adult child to maneuver through. And then they would no longer be able to enter the premises and would thus be forced to leave.
I'm sorry, guys, but like honestly, there is only one way to get your child to move out. You move out and you do not tell them. And they come home to an empty house with a new family that just moved in because you sold it to them. And they're like, oh, what? And then the new family gets to tell them, you don't live here anymore. And then when your oldest child tries to find out where you do live, you don't tell them.
Fun fact, my grandparents pretty much actually did that with my mom and her kids and her brothers. Yeah, so the oldest two turned 18 and my grandparents were like, bye California, and moved to Pennsylvania. And then my mom and her brother turned 18 and they're like, bye, and then moved to Alabama.
Oh
yeah, you just make them believe that them having parents was all a dream.
Or worst case, you call Kevin and he can probably sell an 18.
Come over with my windowless van, baby.
Nice. You know what? I feel like we need to bring back some old age, like old timey traditions, like save up a dowry for your child. You know, we're gonna make this gender equality, so like any gender that your child is, and then like give them away to someone to marry as soon as they turn 18, right? Because you want those grandbabies, because grandchildren are better than children. Let's be real. Oh, sorry, I've heard. I don't have any. And maybe if your kid's a little picky, you call up like a Harry Styles and be like, hey, Harry Styles, I will give you this 10 grand if you take my kid off my hands.
Oh, so we're working in money, not goats?
Yeah, exactly.
I always liked the bartering of your daughters for goats.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe if you have like YouTube cred, you could be like, hey, you can be on my YouTube channel if you take my kid off my hands.
Good thing I've been cultivating my internet personality.
Oh, word.
Bruce, be more fun.
He's got the best cheeks, man.
I know.
Can you do this? Can you just go?
Give him a little.
And he's sleeping right through it, dude. It's so great. I'm gonna go do this on Dayna.
Oh, no.
I still got some cheeks going on. It's the high cheekbones. It helps.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My kids got those, so I still got those.
So we got a question earlier today on our Facebook post. This one came from Mignon. She wants to know how she can become a Disney level evil stepmom. I mean, personally, my advice would be like, don't, because my mom, I love my mom, and she's a stepmom, or was for many years.
Yeah.
And I think she gets along better with my brother than my dad does. So, biological parents aren't as important as parents that love you, even if they're step parents. So maybe you don't want to, especially since the evil ones die, and you don't want to die.
Well, I think the basic way to become an evil Disney stepmom is to, you first have to have a child that you love more, that you come into the marriage with. And you also have to be intolerable, have very arched eyebrows, and also, I guess you have to also marry a king. So you got to find a king that has a very sweet princess daughter, and then you bring in your own awful daughters and high arched eyebrows, because that denotes evil. Yeah.
See, I feel like we're all, ooh, sorry, Bruce. I feel like we're all well on our way to this currently, because the first step in becoming an evil stepmom is to separate your child you're being evil to from all of society. So all they really have left is woodland creatures, birds, mice to be their friends. They can't have any actual friends. You also need to force them to do ridiculous tasks like e-learning. The dumb paper assignments we have to go through all day, and you yell at them constantly because they're not doing it. So we're all basically being forced into either evil stepmotherhood by the pandemic.
I think it's a lot easier than that, Coreen. All you need to do is find a mother and murder her. That instantly makes you evil, and they need a stepmom, right? You move in. It's one step, and you got both, evil and stepmom right there.
Please don't do that. Please don't try any of this at home.
Do it.
Try
Don't
nothing.
listen to Evan.
Remember, you don't have to do it.
You do. You have to.
As a reminder, the advice presented in this broadcast is intended for entertainment purposes only.
It is very entertaining when you murder someone.
I'd love it if someone was standing over someone with a knife, and then like Evan's voice just came in their head, and they're like, remember, you don't have to do it. And they're like,
Yes.
You're like, oh, no, I'll just do the eyebrow thing. Okay.
okay. I got a good eyebrow pencil. This will be fine.
I've got another question here if you want another question.
Yeah.
How old is too old to become a parent?
Oh.
I mean, generally the easy answer is when your womb is barren. Or like Mel, when you've removed it and you've got a picture of it on your wall.
It's true, yeah.
Well, there are many ways to become a parent. They don't have to be biologically your own children. So I feel like that's really up to you and your ability to care for a child. And you don't even have to get a child that's like a baby. You could become a parent to a teenager right now as an old person if you want. So like that's really just up to you and your life choices. Let's normalize parenthood when you're older, because yeah. Because that's gonna be me, and I don't want to be too old yet.
You're not too old, Dayna.
Yay!
You still have seed.
Man, how old is too old?
I really think science has been making a lot of leaps lately with genetics and whatnot. So I don't think it's ever too old to become a parent. You can even be dead and still give your genetic material to someone who can then clone a baby. So technically you can be a parent when you're even dead. So you're never too old.
Kevin, that's my thoughts exactly. I don't know if you guys have heard of the movie Ghost Dad. So basically the dad is a ghost, and he does a great job parenting for the most part. A bus does drive through him at one point. That's kind of weird. But, you know, like ghosts are very old inherently. So I guess it's just until your child gets too old and then they become a ghost. And then even then you're still a parent to a ghost.
But I don't think
So
we're
it's
thinking
eternal.
like future ahead enough, right? Because we're on the cusp of like being able to upload your consciousness into a computer. So then like age is like irrelevant at that point, and you can like parent anyone and everyone. And it's basically like the same thing now, because aren't children being raised by their laptops and their PlayStations and the TV
Mine are,
anyway?
yeah.
So really,
Like Disney's Smart House, where the house becomes the mom, and she makes herself become a physical being, and then tries to mother that. That house could be very old.
exactly.
Is
It's
that-
gonna all be parent movies.
Is that the show where they go like hot damn, hot diggity damn? Is that the show? That's a
No,
Disney
that's
show.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
The House
okay.
of Mouse.
I think maybe that's just the movie in your dreams, right?
Hot damn, hot damn, hot damn.
That was going through my mind in a dream. It was like hot damn, hot damn. I was looking at myself, hot diggity damn. Yeah.
Like Mickey
Hot
tips
dog,
his
hot
hat
dog.
to you.
By the way, about Mignon being an evil stepmother, she said, "My biggest flex is jumping on a trampoline without peeing yourself." So,
Nice.
Oh, I'm glad you translated what without incident.
yeah, I had I knew what she was talking about.
Well, maybe she didn't want you to say it.
No, it's just, you know how, like, I don't know if this is true or not because I have not been pregnant before, but it's you pee yourself sometimes after you're pregnant. I have no idea.
But just on the trampoline or like anywhere?
On a trampoline.
Oh, anywhere. No, anywhere. And I haven't even had the kid yet. And I've peed my pants several times. I peed my pants in the drive-in. Dana, you were there.
I was there.
Yeah. We were walking to the bathroom and I sneezed and I peed my pants.
Oh. I mean, I've never had any babies, and I've shit myself twice in the last year. So
This goes for everyone. Babies are not babies, but Kegels, people.
Kegels, Kevin
Voice of
Kegels.
Kegels?
Oh, Kevin
Yeah, that's
does
my
Kegels.
that's my name for Great. Now I'm brain farting on the game.
Oh,
Thumper, name Thumper.
Name Thumper is Kevin Kegels.
What's your physical motion for that?
Yeah, you kind of clench down there.
Kevin Kegels. Kevin Kegels.
Right? We learned about this not too long ago, right? Like you could do them like while you're like say hosting a show.
Yeah, we talked about it last
Right
week.
now.
If you're not doing Kegels anytime you're watching a Comedy Spot live, what are you doing with your life?
Exactly. If you laugh while you do it, you get some fun muscle control.
Very good.
I can do wavy Kegels now. Butt Kegels, wavy butt Kegels.
Okay, so
I have very strong butt muscles, is what I'm trying to say.
When he's wearing yoga pants, it's very scary.
I can mouth words at you if you're watching from behind.
So earlier today, Tessa asked us how can we help Tessa seem cool to the teenagers? Because I mean, they're still kids. How do we help adults seem cool to a teenager?
Well, I think the biggest thing right now is we just need to take their advice. No more side parts, no more skinny jeans. They've told us this. You can't use the crying emoji. They've been very vocal recently, Gen Z, about what they do not want millennials doing. So just listen to them, because they're willing to tell you what they want to see.
Yeah, I think that's very good. Very good advice. You should go a little bit further, though. I think you see how they're dressing. If you gotta wear their clothes, use their language. You will blend right in if you start talking about dabbing and maybe flossing, perhaps, doing those dances. I think it's like that is a dab, I believe. I believe that's when you are successful in something, you dab like that. See, I look like a teenager. So, these are the things you should do, and hang out in high school.
Like I get like going ultra modern, but I feel like there's an approach that's like timeless that like every generation can get behind, and it's called buying them beer. Like teenagers need beer because that's how you like ease yourself into adulthood. You don't want to go into adulthood sober. Like that's no fun. So be the cool person, buy them some beer. You're over 21 obviously. They'll like you, or at least they'll say they really like you, and that's what you really need.
Please don't do that. Please don't try any of this at home. Try nothing.
See, I think similar to what Dana's saying is trying to be young and cool is the wrong way to go. What are the young kids into right now? They're into old, cool ladies like RGB or Dolly Parton, okay? You want to be old. You want to be wrinkly. You want to be cool as hell, okay? That is the way to get the youth to like you.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. So, Brian, do we have any other things in the comments? And if you're in the comments, we still got time to help you out. I mean, I've got some good stuff here, but you came here to be friends, and we want to help you.
Donna said when I was singing the Mickey song, it was like when Mickey is your slightly dirty uncle.
Oh, no.
Oh. How many kids is too many? 3.
Oh.
Oh, wait, you have 4. 4 is too many.
No, I think you want to go higher.
5, 10. 10 is too many. Hold on, I'm looking for other people who have asked. Okay, we did that. And then I know there was one right up here. It's coming. Oh, yeah. Is it better to be an older sibling or a younger sibling? Yeah.
Okay.
And but then Evan asked, and why is the answer older sibling?
Well, maybe we should answer the first question because I don't know if we can come to that conclusion or not.
Right.
I mean, personally, as someone that has both an older and a younger sibling, I think that the best siblings are the ones that you have that love you, and you can't pick one because you're supposed to love all of them. I mean, I'm always going to say myself, but like, I love having brothers and I love them and I'm glad they're in my life and I don't want to have to pick one that's better. So I'm going to say all of them if they love, when they love you and it's beautiful, don't pick, don't choose.
What a middle sibling thing to say, Dayna. As an oldest sibling, I can say that being an oldest sibling is the best because you can be mad with power and that power is yours for eternity. My father used to say to me when I was young that if I kept beating up on my brother, one day he would be taller and stronger than me. And he was right. My brother is now taller and bigger and stronger than me. But I have now instilled enough psychological damage on him that he does not attempt to attack me. That's the power of being the oldest sibling.
I think we're forgetting where the youngest sibling lies in the lineup, and that's last. And there's a reason for that, because the parents, they started having children. Then they got to the youngest sibling and they said, my God, this child is perfect. We cannot make a better child than this. And then they stopped. With me, the youngest of 4 girls. So it's very, very much better to be the youngest sibling because your parents have reached child perfection. They've practiced, they've made the older siblings, the older models. They got all the bad parenting out of the way.
Because I have a question with that though. Because I know a lot of like youngest siblings that were definitely accidents, and that doesn't tell me that they've hit perfection. That tells me that they made a mistake.
Never, Bruce.
But is it an accident if the universe wills it to happen?
See, I think it's the opposite though, Hillary, because the parents start out with the first and they're like, my God, look at how great of a thing we created. Maybe we could do it again. And they keep chasing that perfection. And then finally they get beaten down and they're like, yeah, we're not gonna re-achieve that.
They're like,
first
oh
one.
no,
Might as
what
well
have we
stop."
done? We have so many kids now and none of them are good.
It's like doing cocaine.
Or they're like, maybe having a female child is possible. It's not.
Yeah, I get that, Coreen. My parents went to the hospital to deliver me and only had a boy name picked out.
Oh God, what an error.
Then I showed up. They were like, "This is better."
What was your boy name?
I think it was Braddock Glenn.
Braddock?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Braddock.
Oh,
was the
Braddock.
first- Braddock, and then middle name
Braddock.
Glenn. Yeah.
Glenn.
I'll have to ask my mom. She's asleep, so I'll ask
She's
her
lucky she had a
tomorrow.
girl.
Hush! It's family names.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's great.
Also, Brian, what if I was gonna use one of those names?
Oh, shit.
I'm not, but like,
I mean,
dunk on my family's heritage.
sorry.
Just kidding.
Oh goodness.
Uzi, woo boo. There's other.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hey Brian, do you want to show some more questions in the comments?
Yes. Here's some questions right here. Let's see. Kids watch the weirdest stuff on YouTube now. How do I prevent them from watching freaky shit? You mean like this show?
Don't let them know that YouTube exists.
Exactly. You do not
Live in
put
an old-timey, no electricity village.
Yeah.
No TV
And
is
don't-
done.
And don't fall for that YouTube Kids crap, because that's just as bad.
Or you can always let good old Uncle Kevin come take him away in his windowless van. I'll keep him in my basement. No YouTube at all to worry about.
Kevin, no wonder you have the words YouTube written across your van. That's so funny.
Yeah. Kevin goes, "Hey kids, come over here. I want to show you the YouTube."
Rolled up in a carpet. It's you in a tube. It's YouTube.
It's
You in a tube.
you roll them up in a carpet. Is that how you move them around undetected, Kevin? Is there in a
A lot
carpet?
easier.
Kevin, it's not easy to get a child to sit still long enough to roll them up into a carpet. So I know you're not really abducting children.
That's what ether is for.
There you go.
Oh, there's
Play an
another-
Evan sound clip.
There's,
So no one rolls anyone up in a carpet.
yeah.
No, just no.
Let's see. There was other questions. Do you want another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I force my kids to take piano lessons even though they hate it? How do you explain old technology to kids? Let's see. That's it.
Yeah, let's go with the piano lessons. Should we force children to take piano lessons even if they don't like it?
As a kid
Yes.
who took piano lessons and learned all of like half of the Little Mermaid Part of Your World song, I would say, yeah, force them to do it, because maybe they'll never learn how to play more than that one song, but maybe someday they'll use that song and turn it into a sketch and mock it on stage. You never know where they're going to apply the talents that they're learning from these skills.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree with Coreen. I think that the most important thing is that it's a rite of passage. to take piano lessons and hate it. It's every kid must do it. They must all have a frightening and terrific teacher who is burned into their memory forever, who has hair to their waist and thin drawn on eyebrows and thin lips with lipstick, and they're very small and almost like a shriveled human, and you have to go down into a basement to take the classes in the local
Hillary went to the evil stepmother school of piano.
Wow.
I was just
and
like,
then nope, you don't need to know. I think I don't need to live any more of my trauma.
oh no. Because I also agree that you should like make your kids do it, because really you want to like bank on many different skills, because statistically speaking your kids aren't going to be hot. So they need to find a way to attract a mate, and they can't rely on them growing up cute, because you never know. Like, you never know who's going to be ugly or cute based on what they look like as a kid. I mean, look at Billy Joel. He played the piano like a pimp, and he married Christy Brinkley, right?
That's
that one,
true.
she was a model, and he was not cute, but because he could tickle the ivories, he could probably tickle other things, and that's how he got a supermodel.
Dayna,
And
I am
technically, any kid you
1000%.
steal is hot. So there's always that. But, you know, if you do force them to play the piano, that does give them a skill that is more marketable. So even when they're not babies anymore, you can still get some money from them. You know, you can send them out with a tin cup or get change from crowds. And you know, the fingers, they can use their fingers. They can like in the movies, they can pick locks and things like that. If they're small, you can send them through air ducts, like in the movies. And yeah, they're very useful. Even if you can't sell them for top dollar, you can still get a lot of use out of them.
I mean, are kids that can play instruments more valuable in your business, Kevin?
Your business.
Hypothetically, if I were to do that kind of business, yes, a child playing piano or who can have other skills like, I don't know, well, beyond cleaning, but you know, like if they do massage, because those little hands can get into the crevices underneath your shoulder blades and whatnot.
This advice is Dayna approved. Proceed with caution.
Okay, I think we have time for one more. And I was saving this one for last because I feel like it's the most important question, and I think people are afraid to admit that they need to know this because they don't. But where do babies come from? Please tell us.
Butt kegels.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't know. And so if someone can tell me before this thing shows up, it's like, oh, it just like one day I just woke up and then I'm just like, what? Who did this to me? How did this happen? Guys, help.
Well, let me tell you, I was a biology major in science, and this is what we learned. That your cells go through meiosis, and then they have half of the DNA, and then the mom cell somehow gets with the dad cell, and they combine, and they're one cell, and they're two cells, and then they're a little ball of cells. And then you get like a little divot in this ball of cells that becomes your butthole, and then you grow around it. Like, they never taught us like what the outside parts do, but I know a lot about how babies become babies from a tiny ball of cells.
We all start as buttholes. That makes so much sense.
And a lot of us end up as assholes as well.
Or maybe that's your mouth. I don't know. There's a big difference biologically. Some animals, the little dimple becomes your butt. Some it becomes your mouth. It's all very scientific.
Yeah, I was just about to say, where do our babies come from? Well, the best ones come from my basement.
I feel like I just like look around and then like, wow, I'm pregnant again. Like what? It just keeps happening. I've done the math on it. I've been like pregnant or breastfeeding for 7 years now. Like what the hell? That's more than 7 years straight of months of being pregnant or breastfeeding. How what? I don't know. They just keep coming out.
It's like a factory. Like once one comes out the chute, another one drops into the oven. Like,
it absolutely appears to be that way because no amount of goalies appears to stop this from happening.
Just goalies.
Why are you and Charlie playing soccer all the time?
Because they love each other,
Oh, I'm
Brian.
sorry.
it could be hockey. Like I think that's more of a contact sport
People
than
love each
soccer.
other.
They play
Play hockey.
Because I was gonna try to make a joke with puck, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't know what it would. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think we learned.
Someone in the comments say something with it and make it funny.
One kid I knew
Puck
thought you
puns
just
now,
peed on a
bro.
pregnancy stick and then boom, you're pregnant.
That's why they call them a pregnancy stick.
One of my sorority sisters in college told me I was having triplets because my period was 3 weeks late or 3 months late.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, that's not how that works.
What does she do for work now?
I think she's a like one of those people that helps helps wayward youth.
Oh great. Oh shit. That was,
Advice to the wayward youth.
oh, we're screwed. We're all screwed, guys.
No, actually, well, yep, we are. I was gonna be like, yeah, because I was then pretending that teens want to get pregnant, and then they would just all be buying sticks and peeing on them, and that's all they'd be doing. But then I realized it's probably bad to not teach them how it actually happens, because then they would be like, I didn't know.
No,
Like in
because I had a
Bridgerton.
friend in high school. We went down to the river bottoms and we were playing, and my friend peed on a stick, but he wasn't pregnant, so it doesn't work that way.
Those river bottom sticks, they never get the results.
No, it was a pregnancy test. It was an actual pregnancy test, and he peed on it, and he wasn't
Down in the
pregnant.
river?
Because that's what you do when you sneak down to the river.
Hey, I came from Marysville, so this is the things that we do.
That's the wrong way to make a baby in a dirty river, people.
Do not look up Dirty River on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. No.
Ooh, oh no! What did I say? Gross.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
As the light comes on.
And if there's not an entry for Dirty River, you have to make one up, Hillary. That's super gross. Oh, I hope there's a Dirty River.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh,
It's
shit.
safe for work. I can read it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Bruce, you can hear this.
Oh, good.
An
Here's a
alcoholic beverage must be drank to finish by circulating it among a group of friends until completely empty.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
listen.
Oh, is it through
Bruce.
their? Is it
You want
through
me to
their?
use it in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Okay. We got 10 minutes until the cab gets here. Let's Dirty River this bottle of Fireball.
But they're not like putting it in one person's mouth and then like spitting it into another
No.
person's mouth and then spitting
No,
it.
that's Dirty Fountain.
Oh.
That's baby birding.
Yeah.
Oh no, you've
That's the
upset
dirty baby bird.
Oh, look, he's so small. He's missing hair.
He's got a little old man hairdo.
Yeah, I
Talking
know.
about Bruce. Sorry.
Oh, Kevin, you're so young. You still don't have any hair up there. That's from laying down on the bed all the time. No.
Okay, well, I think we've reached the end of our show, but hopefully all of our fun friends that came and joined us today know a lot more about... Oh, no.
No. Did you
That's what I thought the Urban Dictionary was going to have.
Well, you have to go to the Taco Bell version of the Urban Dictionary, and then you get Dirty River from Chipotle. Oh, that's
Yes.
gross.
Wow.
All right. Good. Roy Donk, as always, you win the comments. So, nicely done.
Right. I hope everybody, all of our friends that joined us today, will take what they've learned about kids. That's all you need to know. They're so cute.
Yeah. Wait, he was just yawning. Oh,
It's just a little
They're no
baby.
trouble at all.
uh-oh. He
No
just,
trouble. They sit still and are quiet for shows and just have them make babies.
uh-oh. He doesn't look happy now.
And they're a lot smaller than the boys that usually sleep on your boobs.
He has the same double chin as me. That's so cool.
Well, have a good night, everyone. I hope that you learned something today. Maybe you learned something you didn't want to know, but you learned it just the same.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank
Coreen,
you for
Hillary, and
watching
Kevin,
the
for
Dayna Changes the Subject show.
Change the subject show.
Oh, thank you,
yeah.
friends, for joining me today.
Bye, everybody.
Yay.
Have a good night.
Bye. Bye, Bruce.